Most YouTubers think their videos flop because of bad content, but the truth is that's rarely the case. In most situations, the real problem is weak thumbnails. A single bad thumbnail can destroy even the best video. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to design eye-catching thumbnails using only Canva, no heavy programs like Photoshop needed. This tutorial is packed with golden tips and tricks that you can use whether you're on your phone or computer. So stick with me till the end because you're about to learn how to turn plain, boring thumbnails into scroll-stopping visuals that make viewers immediately want to click on your videos.
Today, we're going to design 3 different thumbnails inspired by 3 successful YouTube channels, each with its own unique style. The first thumbnail we'll be creating is based on the Wartime Stories channel. When I uploaded my tutorial about this niche, a lot of people commented and asked me to make a tutorial specifically about how to design thumbnails in this style. So that's exactly what we're doing today. To make things easy, I've added a Google Doc file in the description that includes ready-to-use prompts for generating thumbnail images in the same visual style. All you have to do is open the file, copy the provided prompt, and paste it into ChatGPT. At the end of the prompt, you'll see 2 fields, one for your video title and one for your video script. Just type your title in the first field, paste your script in the second, and hit enter. ChatGPT will instantly generate 5 different image prompts in this exact style. If you want even more options, simply ask for more prompts and it'll create a new set for you. Now copy one of those prompts and head over to Leonardo AI. Go to the image section, paste the prompt into the box, and click Generate. Just make sure you set the aspect ratio to 16:9 before generating. After a few seconds, the AI will create several images that match the Wartime Story style perfectly. It's a good idea to hit Generate a few more times to get different variations and pick the best one. I tested all of them and this particular image stood out, so I downloaded it. Next, we're going to enhance the image quality. Go to Google and search for IMG upscaler. Click on a trusted link, upload your image using the Choose Image button, and set the ratio to 400 for maximum quality. Then click Upload and Start and wait a few seconds for processing. Once it's done, download the final high-quality image. As you can see, the image now looks much sharper and more detailed. Now it's time to move to Canva. Open Google, search for Canva, and enter the website. Click Create, then in the search bar, type YouTube thumbnail and select the appropriate template. When the new page opens, don't worry about all the menus. I'll explain them in full detail later when we create the third horror-style thumbnail. For now, just click Upload, select the enhanced image you created earlier, and drag it onto the editing page. Adjust its size so it fills the entire frame without leaving any empty edges. Since the sample channel uses simple thumbnails, there's no need for complicated designs. In most of their thumbnails, the text appears on the left side of the image, but in our image, the character is already on the left, so if we add text there, it won't be visible. To fix this, simply use the flip tool to mirror the image. Now the character moves to the right and the left side becomes free for text placement. Here's a golden tip. If you just drop the text directly on top of the image, it might not stand out clearly. To fix that, you can add a black gradient PNG overlay. This makes the text much easier to read. You can find this in the Elements section. Just drag it slightly outside the frame so it doesn't look too dark. Next, we're going to use ChatGPT again to generate short, catchy thumbnail texts. Ask it to write phrases that are 3 to 5 words long and spark curiosity, helping you boost your CTR or click-through rate. It'll usually give you several options. I chose the 4th one because it sounded the most intriguing. Now go back to Canva, from the text section, click Add a heading, paste your chosen phrase, and press Enter between the 2 parts of the text so it appears in 2 lines and is easier to read. Adjust the text size and position it neatly on the image. For the color, I chose white because it stands out perfectly on a dark background. In the Effects tab, you can test different text effects. I used the neon effect and adjusted the intensity setting so it's not too bright or too dim. Once you fine-tuned your text, your thumbnail is ready. It now looks just like the ones used by successful YouTube channels in this niche. Finally, click Share, Download, and save your finished thumbnail. And that's it. Your professional thumbnail is done.
Thumbnail 2.
For the second thumbnail, we're going to follow the exact same steps as before. Since both of these styles are simple, I don't want this part of the video to drag on. Just repeat the same process. Copy the ready-made prompts into ChatGPT, paste your video title and script into their designated sections, and let ChatGPT generate image prompts. Then use Leonardo AI to create the visuals. Once you've generated a few options, pick the best one and download it. Next, head back to Canva and upload your chosen image. From the list of text ideas that ChatGPT gave you, for your thumbnail, select one that fits best and place it over your image. To make the text pop, use a pre-made black background effect and slightly lower its transparency so the text stays readable but not too dark. To make the thumbnail look more dynamic, go to the Elements section and add 2 lightning bolt effects in the corners of the image. This gives the design a bit more energy and drama. Once you're done, simply download your finished thumbnail. It's that easy. All these steps are exactly the same as the first thumbnail, nothing complicated. But get ready for the third thumbnail because that's where things get really interesting. In the next part, we'll create a truly eye-catching and powerful thumbnail packed with golden tips and detailed tricks. That's where the real tutorial begins. Let's go.
Thumbnail 3, horror style. All right, now we're getting to the exciting part. How to create a professional and eye-catching thumbnail for horror videos. Horror thumbnails all share a few key traits. They usually use cold or neutral colors, and sometimes add red accents to make the design more striking. This color psychology helps the viewer feel the tone of your video. Fear, mystery, and that chilling sense of death or darkness. So remember this rule. Color matters more than you think. Now let's actually build a horror thumbnail from scratch. First, head over to Google and look at some examples of horror thumbnails. As you can see, most of them use dark backgrounds, short, bold text, and spooky fonts. These are the common elements that make a horror thumbnail work. Next, we'll make our own. We need a background image first. I'll go to ChatGPT and ask it to create a prompt for an image of an abandoned old house deep in a forest with dark cloudy skies and a gloomy atmosphere. The goal is to make the viewer feel fear and mystery just from looking at it. Once the prompt is ready, copy it and search Image FX on Google. Click the first trusted link, paste the prompt, set the aspect ratio to 16:9, and hit create. After a few moments, your horror-themed background will be ready, and it looks amazing. Go ahead and download it. Now let's move to Canva. Search for Canva on Google, open it, click create, and type YouTube thumbnail in the search bar. Choose the YouTube thumbnail template. Before we start designing, let me walk you through the main menus you'll use. Design contains pre-made templates. Some are free, some paid. You can customize them easily. Elements includes icons, shapes, stickers, and graphics perfect for enhancing your design. Text lets you add text boxes, change font styles, and adjust size. Most fonts are free and look great. You can also change the text color or adjust transparency here. Effects. This one's powerful. For example, shadow adds a shadow behind your text. Lift adds a subtle dark background that helps the text stand out. You can tweak its intensity. Neon and glitch effects are also available if you want a more cinematic touch. Uploads, where you'll upload your photos, videos, or audio files. Now that you're familiar with the menus, let's build the horror thumbnail. Upload the background image we just generated. As you can see, it already looks eerie. Cold tones, dark forest, and that old abandoned house. A perfect foundation. Next, I want to make the image even more atmospheric. Let's add fog. Go to the Elements tab and search fog. Most of them are paid and have watermarks, so I'll use one of my own transparent PNG fog overlays. Drag it onto the image, resize it, and slightly lower its transparency for a natural look. Now it's time to add text. Go to Text, look for a free and bold font template, and click it. Delete the sample text and type your own. Something like Top 10 Horror Stories. Make it large enough to stand out and change part of the text, maybe the word of horror, to red to draw attention. Next, go back to Elements and search for blood graphics to add a horror touch. Most are premium, so if you can't find a free one, go to Google, download a blood PNG image, and if it has a background, remove it using remove.bg. Then re-upload it to Canva, resize it, and place it behind your text. To do that, just right-click the image, go to Layer, then send backward, and it'll move behind the text. Let's make it scarier. I'll search for a creepy character, maybe a ghost girl. Once I find one, I'll remove its background, upload it to Canva, and position it on one side of the thumbnail. To make her stand out, I'll place a red flame-like overlay behind her and lower its transparency. This gives a subtle glowing effect that looks cinematic and dramatic. You can get creative here. This tutorial just shows you the process. Feel free to mix your own ideas and elements to make your thumbnail unique. Next, I'll add a skull at the bottom of the thumbnail for a final touch. Again, find a PNG skull, remove the background, upload it to Canva, and adjust its size so it fits naturally in the lower section. For the text, I'll use the outline effect and make the outer color black to improve readability. Increase the thickness until it stands out against the background. From elements, search for lightning and choose a free option. Place it on the left side of the thumbnail, then use the flip tool to mirror it so it matches the right side's angle. To fine-tune everything, right-click anywhere and select Show Layers. This lets you easily rearrange all your elements. Finally, for an extra cinematic touch, let's add rain. Search for rain in Elements, pick a free overlay, resize it, and reduce its transparency so it looks realistic but not distracting. And that's it. Your horror thumbnail is complete. You can now download it and use it for your video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned how to create professional thumbnails for your videos. Always take inspiration from successful channels, but don't copy. Add your own twist and creativity. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next tutorials. Thanks for watching till the end, and happy designing!